On today's IRS tax refund update, with just over 1 week until the tax filing deadline, we will recap the latest developments this tax season, including those ongoing tax refund delays impacting many, including random reviews of wages and withholdings, identity verification, audits, and the notices associated with them being sent out by the IRS to impacted taxpayers. Now, based off the latest information from the IRS, while over 79 million tax returns have already been processed, there currently remains over 1.2 million unprocessed tax returns, and that number continues to rise on a daily basis, which means the backlog of unprocessed tax returns will continue to remain even after the tax filing deadline on April 15th. The majority of the over 80 million tax returns submitted so far this year have been processed without any issues, however. We have seen a higher number of delays this year compared to last year as a result of several different causes. Now, moving on to those top tax refund delays that are still impacting a number of our viewers, starting off with the need to complete ID verification. Many impacted by this will encounter the message on the left when checking their refund status results and encounter the yellow action required box along with comments below that indicating you will need to verify your identity and tax return information so that processing can continue along with reference of a letter being sent. Now, the letter is important, as many who need to verify their return are encountering the message as seen on the right, requesting them to enter the 14-digit control number listed on the letter to proceed. However, as we reported previously, there have been reports from some viewers who were able to verify their identity without the letter, while others who had their refunds on hold due to ID verification never saw these messages or received a letter, and were not even aware they needed to complete ID verification until they contacted the IRS. For those who need to receive the ID verification letter from the IRS, this notice, the 5071C, is the likely one you will receive. There are two different versions of this letter, the newer version seen here that started going out last year, and an older, more standard version. Now, for those who are subject to ID verification and successfully verify their identity online, should see an update on their tax status usually within 2 to 3 weeks. However, the IRS does also state it could take up to 9 weeks to receive that tax refund after verifying your identity. We have also had a number of viewers waiting on that ID verification letter, deciding to make an in-person appointment at their local IRS office to complete the process in an attempt to save time, which we do continue to recommend. However, in the past week, we have heard from some tax filers who are being told they are unable to schedule an in-person appointment without the letter. So do bear that in mind if you decide to schedule that appointment at your local IRS office. Another cause of those refund delays is that the IRS has identified a potential issue with the tax return and has placed a 570 code on your tax transcript as a result. If you are impacted by this, you will encounter the screen stating action is required. However, this particular screen does not apply to those needing to complete ID verification. Such causes for this particular issue include the IRS is attempting to verify some items from your tax return, such as income or withholdings entered or credits being claimed, and they need additional information. Those impacted by this may receive one of several different types of letters, including the CP75 notice seen here, which will request the tax filer to send documentation substantiating what they entered on their tax return so that tax processing can continue. Another letter that some will receive is the 12C letter like seen here, which has been received by several viewers. And this one also specifically requests income-related documents be sent to the IRS, such as W-2 and 1099 forms, to once again substantiate the income you reported. For those receiving this notice, it is important to submit those requested documents within 20 days of the letter to avoid further delays. Now, if the IRS receives the requested documents, and they are able to reconcile any discrepancies, expect to receive that refund if owed, usually within 6 to 8 weeks after they receive your documents. Meanwhile, the third notice being received is the CP75 letter as seen here now. This notice differs from the previous two and specifically relates to the credits you may be claiming on your tax return, such as the Earned Income Tax Credit or Child Tax Credit. In this case, you will be asked to submit specific documentation relating to the dependents you are claiming for those credits, and requested documents may include a birth certificate to prove relationship with the dependent, as well as proof of residency, which may include official documentation, such as notices from school showing the address of the dependent is the same as yours. Now, it is important to note if you see this notice. It does mean your credit claim is being audited, so please submit all requested items within 30 days, or the IRS will reject the credit claim and adjust the tax refund as a result. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.